Today we're gonna talk about bullet journaling.
5 years ago, I was overloaded by tasks at my work, chores around the house, and I was craving for the tool which will retain my control back. I was trying different things, starting from saved messages in Telegram, continuing with Raspberry Pi project where you have your own server for note-taking, and I ended up with just pen and paper. And see what happened. But before we get there, here's myth-busting section. I want to say that people get used to think that bullet journaling is more about spending your time and money on stationery and buying all of those fancy markers and spending hours for doing like fancy stuff on your pages, but in reality it's not. It's a very useful tool, but only when you're using it wisely. Probably it's worth saying why my digital era sunset very fast. Raspberry Pi project just stopped one day and I didn't have much time for making fixes, so like it's just right here. And for Telegram notes, they still there and I don't know what's there, so I didn't even go back to read them through. My first attempt of paper note taking happened somewhere in 2020, and within 2 years I finished one bullet journal. So here you can see the next one started from May 2022, and for around 3 years I was following the common recommendations for note taking with bullet journal, having future log, weekly spreads, monthly spreads, and then I found out that my work is mixed up too much with my own life. So I can't distinguish my thoughts around my life, my family, because they always interfered by some tasks or ideas how I need to restructure the code, whom I should reach out in my work, and I had feeling that all of that was messy. For the single task I created a couple of more extra states, and also I created yearly spread. You can say, what a silly shit you are talking about, but in reality it helped me to decrease my anxiety because of work. I'm managing my stress just a little bit better, and I did a couple of great things around my life, so I'm happy about having that. So I realized that mixing up work and my life is no go for me. I decided to completely change my approach, but drastically. And here at the point where I came to planners. Before this red one, I've seen a couple of planners with very particular holiday celebration in Philippines or in Mexico, but I'm not either there. I wanted to somehow have better control over my work, but without creating all of those future logs and so on. And I came up to Lectrum or Lectrum, I don't remember how to spell it properly, weekly spread planner, and it's very convenient for me because the cool thing about this journal is that on the left side it has convenient dates per single week, and I can put something time related, and everything which is not time related is going to the right side. If something will be done in future, I'm just migrating like in bullet journal. So I incorporated idea of task management from the bullet journal, but still in regular planner. On top of that, it has very cool page where they created small grid where you can track any habits you want, and this is very convenient. Having this journal for a couple of months, I realized that I am not tracking my personal life at all, but I still need to do that because I want it. So having that in mind, I decided to create one more collection and start using Midori or Midori. I added here my own painting. It could look ugly. I'm not very proud of it, but it was my experience and I'm happy. Regarding what's inside, nothing else but white pages with dots, which is very convenient. And I'm not using here any kind of journaling system. I just write in the date where I'm leaving note, I'm putting note, and this is it. According to my notes, in April I decided to keep on track my kendama juggling process, and at that moment I realized that exact day of the note doesn't really matter very often. Sometimes it's better just to say what kind of week it was, because you cannot track everything that precise. And this also was my change, that for some of the activities I'm not using anymore exact day. I'm using the week number starting from 1 and ending 54, of course. One for work and one for home. And seems it's more than enough, but not for me. Starting from June 2025, I decided that there should be some space for keeping all whatnot I have, and also when I'm going to vacations, there should be some space where I can keep my notes, because I don't want to take anything bigger. And there is one key thing which you should keep in mind when you start working on any kind of note-taking system: consistency. If you have it, everything will work smooth and you can travel in time with your notes and you will see the future. But if you have one note from the starting of the week and one somewhere in the middle of the summer, you will just lose all of that progression. Conclusions. Couple of times per year, try to bring new things to your note-taking system. Get rid of what you don't like, and along with consistency, it will help you to make your life better. Subscribe for more interesting stuff on this channel. Bye.